got a few belters in here, so I'll just play it.
That's one.
I'm sure you know that this goal's coming, the goal against Towlaw away, the Budweiser dream goal. It comes out the edge of the box, you flick it over your head, you turn left foot, bottom corner, and turn away to celebrate to the fans. When that goal obviously went, it's a special goal clearly, but I'm guessing you weren't thinking that was going to be shown worldwide at that point though.
Not really, no, I didn't think, obviously. Do you know what, at first, when, obviously, I seen that, the first time I seen that, I just thought to myself, have I just, like, you know, when you just think, have I just done that? Because obviously, when the ball popped out to me, and I've just, obviously, first touch was all right, second, and then I went and hit that like that. When you're in the game, I didn't know, like, what I'd really done, if you know what I mean, because it happens that quick. But I remember Dan interviewing me after that and talking through your goal, Warren, and like that's when I said to Dan, "Do you know what, Dan? It happened that quick. I'm not really sure. I can just remember popping it up a few times and it coming down, and thought, well, I'm just going to have a go at this and see what happens."
Yeah.
And obviously, it turned out like it did. But the first, like I say, the first time I watched it, I was just like, "Wow, have I just done that?"
Yeah,
and
brilliant.
I'll give Dan credit for that, because obviously he's in the ideal spot for it, where he was set up for his camera and everything, and for it just to come off like it did, and like I say, with him getting it exact on his camera, I'll give him massive credit for that. Because if it wasn't for Dan, it wouldn't have gone crazy like it did on everything and stuff, would it? So yeah, I give him massive credit for that.
Yeah.
So thanks, Dan.
I'm sure you'll be thrilled with that, but obviously, you know, you can only film what you can see ultimately, and you know, obviously, you done yourself, you know, massively well with that goal. It's shown around the world. CNN goal of the week.
Crazy.
Brazil, Australia, shown all over the place. So absolutely mad.
Yeah. But what else I liked about that as well is I think after my second touch, I can't remember exactly now, but when I watch it back, I just remember Briggsy absolutely screaming for the ball to like lay it back to him. Like got his arms out to his side, wanted me to like set him. But obviously, as it's come down, I've obviously just volleyed it in. God, and then his reaction when he just puts his hands on his head like this, as though it's just like, what have you just done there, mate? It's brilliant, like. Well, that was also another game where I think he'd left me out. I'd actually come on. I think I'd come on as a sub. Because I think 14 on my back.
Yeah.
So I was napped.
Right.
Yeah. And I'll always remember Kingy saying to me, he turned round to mid straight away after he'd seen that goal. And apparently he just said to him, has he just done that? Whether he said them in them words, I don't know. But he might have put a few swear words in with it, like. But
yeah, honestly, man, it's fantastic. So obviously that goal, it's won the Budweiser Dream Goal Award. I mean, that goal was scored in April, but it's funny that we're talking now because I think it was Friday was the 4-year anniversary of that goal being awarded, the Budweiser Dream Goal. So.
Oh right, it might have been the anniversary of it actually being announced. Yeah, I think so. But that I'll never forget that date for that goal because it was actually on my mum's birthday as well.
Yeah.
So it was the 9th of April.
Right. Yeah.
When we played that game. Yeah. So I'll always remember that.
Yeah. Yeah, as I say, it's pretty much like I'm pretty sure it was Friday, just gone there, Friday the 15th, where that's when it actually got announced as Budweiser Dream Goal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously with that, won £50,000 for Shields. You appeared on Soccer AM. I mean, what was life like for you at that time?
It was a bit mad, to be honest. You felt like I felt like a bit like a celebrity for about a month. Only for about a month.
Yeah.
Actually, when they made the advert, and obviously it was getting shown on Sky Sports and stuff, it was good to watch. But like I can even remember our end of season trip with the lads. We went to Marbella. I can remember one morning we were just all like chilling, out the front there, and they had the big screens up.
Yeah.
With Sky Sports News on. The advert actually came on. All the lads are up, and everyone's looking to see what's going on and shouting, that's him, and he scored that goal. So everyone's looking like, what's going on here? That was great, that. I always remember that. That was good, yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious, man. That is absolutely brilliant. I bet you. So was it basically you're out there in Spain, and just is everyone coming up to you in the nightclub sort of thing? Like you scored the dream goal, or is it not as bad as that?
It wasn't as good as that, but I mean, obviously back home and stuff, when I was just popping down the town and stuff like that, people who I hadn't seen for a while or whatever, they'd come, wow, what a goal that was you scored, wasn't all this, you know what I mean? And just saying, like, it's crazy how it just took off like it did, and like you say, and was shown in all them other countries and what have you. It was mad.
Yeah, brilliant, man. And how about your goal being, dissected and analysed by Jamie Carragher and Jamie Redknapp on the Budweiser adverts? Like, what was that like for you?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, to be fair, before this advert actually got made and what have you, they actually rang me to tell me that I'd won that. And I mean, even just to like obviously speak to them on the phone and like obviously like I say, congratulate you and what have you, like you did. It was just I was taken back by it,
Yeah.
It was like, well, have I got Jamie Carragher and Jamie Redknapp talking to me on the mobile, It didn't seem real, like, but yeah, it was class.
Brilliant, man, brilliant. And what was it like going on Soccer AM as well? Is that pretty much living the dream there, or?
Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed that. Dan actually came down that weekend with me. It was good, like, because obviously Soccer AM sort of pay for everything, really. So it was a good experience. I mean, it was always a program I watched as a kid growing up on a Saturday morning.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good experience. That.
Yeah, I bet. Wonderful. Also, it's like, I guess, like a lot of people, they do forget that non-league players do still have day jobs to go to as well. How was it trying to combine all of your, your usual commitments alongside all of this fanfare at the time, I guess?
It wasn't too bad, to be honest. I suppose, like you say, it just depends what type of job you're in and what have you. But it wasn't too bad, that. But yeah, like I say, I felt a bit of fame for about a month. I think it lasted up until the adverts stopped getting shown, and that was about it, really.
Yeah, fair enough. And obviously you got presented with the cheque at South Shields, and it was another ex-Borough, player coming to give you the cheque. Former England Man United centre-back Gary Pallister came to Shields to present you with that. What was it like meeting him as well?
Yeah, that was a great day. Because obviously my son was only 4 at the time, so he came along as well, and it was a good day. I don't know whether that day, I don't know what was going on at the club, but it just seemed to be like a busy day. I don't know whether it was just because of that or what, but there seemed to be all sorts going on. Because I can remember we were having to go upstairs and obviously get photos taken and stuff like that. But yeah, that was a good day, and obviously to meet Gary Pallister as well. Yeah, I enjoyed it, and obviously I think Dan interviewed him for a bit, and to see his interview back and obviously talk about the goal and stuff like that. It was it was good.
Yeah. Was he trying to tell you that he would have stopped you, or what?
Well, to be fair, he might have got in the way of the. I think that volley just go. I think, if I remember rightly, one of their Tow Law lads tries to obviously clear it with his head, and it just seems to go over him. But obviously, the size of Pallister, he'd have just blocked that. So.
Yeah.
Oh, but I think he gave me credit for that. To be fair, he said it was like a tremendous goal. So.
Yeah, it was. You can't deny that.
No, I think it was one of my better ones.
Yeah, definitely. Overall, obviously, Division 2 title secured, going up to Division 1. The dream goal as well, of course, just in general, how special was that season for you overall?
Obviously, a special one, not just for myself, for the everybody involved, really, with getting promoted and stuff. But like, I think going back to that Easington game where we clinched promotion, then did you say?
Yeah, promotion.
Yeah, I was. That game was a Thursday night, I think,
Right.
and I think I did. I got left out that night as well. I got left out that night. Although I scored a few goals from he left me out of it, didn't he?
Yeah, how did you manage to score 31 goals in that season?
No wonder he got sacked. I'm only joking, Kingy. No, but like I say, that Thursday night, yeah, I was on the bench that night, but didn't even get on. And then obviously that Saturday, that's when we were at Tow Law, and I was still on the bench again.
Yeah.
So I think I must have took my frustration out on that goal then.
Yeah, very possibly. Very possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, but like I say, I mean, obviously we clinched promotion and what have you, and I think was it, like you say, going to Crook, and did we actually get the trophy and stuff with that Crook game then? Must have done if we were celebrating or not. I can't remember.
We were just celebrating more against Willington at home. There's just clips here of years with the fans on the pitch. You scored the goal against Crook as well. You megged the keeper. So yeah, it was more this trophy presentation at Willington, but obviously knowing that you had secured the trophy at Crook.
Ah, right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think I remember now. I'm wondering if that Willington game was a night match actually. I think I can remember us having the trophy on a night game.
Yeah.
It was a night game. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So overall, special season, though.
Yeah. Like I say, for myself, for scoring the goals I did and finishing top scorer, but obviously doing that, scoring that goal and then getting the money for the club as well.
Yeah.
It's just second and unreally.
Yeah. Look after you as well, did they?
Yeah. Jeff looked after me out of it. Yeah. But like I say, it's more like the club and what have you. You know, they needed it really from where they had been the last few years beforehand. You know, playing at Peterlee with hardly anyone watching and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, but like I say, to go from that to where they are now, it's insane, really. It's crazy, isn't it? But I just hope they keep going. To be fair, the way they are, it's great to see.
Yeah.
Carries on, really.
Yeah, definitely. No, but it must be a great feeling to know that you've directly contributed to that, not just with the goals that season, but like you say, with getting that 50,000 for the club. It must be a real great feeling to know you've really done something there that's stood as far as legacy goes potentially.
Yeah. I think I go down as a bit of a club legend for that, do I not?
Absolutely, definitely.
Yeah. So good times.
Spot on. Yes, obviously, you know, it was one full season there in the end. Early on, the following season, you had a loan at Red Star, and then, you know, after that, it was, you know, it was left by mutual consent. You know, considering the season before and the worldwide acclaim you had, you know, was that the right time, looking back, to sort of, you know,
Um,
high as it were potentially?
Obviously, some things don't work out. I mean, new management come in and what have you, and obviously they didn't fancy me for some reason or what, I don't know, but I just didn't seem as though I got a chance. Because I knew fine well, like, I would still score goals.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Wherever I went. I mean, even when I went on loan to see him, I was scoring for them.
yeah,
And basically anywhere I went, I would score. So I just felt as though I didn't really get a chance, which I know there's nothing you can do about it, but I wasn't asked about it, to be fair. Because I mean, like you say, you're in pretty much the same side as you were the season before, and I managed to score all them goals. So I think I'd have managed to do the same again if I'd got the chance, but it wasn't to be. But never mind.
yeah. Yeah. And so what have you been doing since, you know, everything?
Well, obviously, my job changed and stuff like that, and I was starting to work a few weekends and what have you. So that interrupted a little bit. But I've not played now for, I think it's just over a year. I think the last game I helped Aycliffe out, not last season, the season before, I think it was. Just
Yeah.
the odd game because, like I say, because of the shifts at work, I could only be turning up for certain games and stuff, just helping them out really. And I came on right late on in a game and I pulled my thigh. And I've had little niggles and stuff, and I've never done nothing like this. I pulled it badly, obviously, with not playing weekly like I was. I didn't really go to a physio to get it seen to.
Yeah.
So I've not kicked the ball since, and that's over a year ago now. I do miss it, to be fair, but I don't think I've been missing it as much because I haven't really been going to watch any Northern League football. I think if I was, I would be missing it.
Yeah.
But like I say, I don't think I'd ever. I mean, I'm 38 this year now, so I don't know whether I would actually get fit enough to play again. I don't know. But like I say, I've never pulled a muscle like that before, and it still bothers me now. I mean, if I have a little sprint about with the bands or whatever, I can feel it straight away. Like so, I don't think I'd be able to strike the ball with my left foot like I used to be able to anyway.
You still probably manage 20 though, I reckon. You still manage 20.
I'd try.
Yeah, you try. Wonderful. Obviously, you do still look out for Shields' results as well. Obviously, we were talking about that earlier on.
Yeah, I mean, I always follow them. I mean, I speak to Barrie Brown quite a bit. Really. Sometimes he calls out to work and stuff at our place, and I'll have a big crack with him and what have you. And yeah, like I say, I'm always looking out just to see how they're getting on, and obviously keep wanting them to do bigger and better things.
Yeah, wonderful. Anybody else you're keeping in touch with at the club, or even from that 2015-16 team?
Yeah, I mean, yes, I still speak to some of the lads, you know, just on the on Facebook or whatever, or I'll still speak to them like texting or whatever. And like I said, Dan will message me the other time, like just stuff like this, you know. He got on to me about this, and I was like, yeah, no problem. And I speak to some others just like through Twitter and what have you, like. So yeah.
Yeah, brilliant, wonderful. Well, I mean, like you say, it's, you know, you will go down in folklore as one of the best strikers, certainly, you know, and you've done such a massive contribution to Shields with the dream goal, and of course, pretty much set the Jeff Thompson era on its way, I would say, as well. You know, that was the catalyst for what's gone on now. So, yeah, I'm sure everybody will absolutely love watching this video and hearing your perspective on everything that gone on in that season anyway.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching it back.